Thursday, October 31st. The city streets are crowded for the holiday, even with the rain. Hidden in the chaos is the element, waiting to strike like snakes. But I'm there too, watching. Two years of nights have turned me into a nocturnal animal. Fear is a tool. They think I'm hiding in the shadows. But I am the shadows.
Gotham. I mean, the Erdtree needs me. But first, I need some pants. But something else is on my mind, because I've now realized my balls haven't dropped enough to do this voice. So let's begin. Before cleaning the streets of these foul bosses, I had to make sure this tool belt was equipped to its fullest extent. Utilizing Bruce Wayne's massive bank account, the first thing I bought was the throwing dagger. I followed this up with some poison-borne darts, all 640 of them. It wouldn't be a Batman build without putting our enemies to sleep. Introducing explosive stones, adding in that Michael Bay effect. Cuckeries because bleed. Enhancing my fighting capabilities with exalted flesh, boosting that physical attack. And finally some fan daggers. And so, with equipment out of the way, it was time for my weapon. The Erdtree was about to catch these hands. By making my way to Castle Ensis and taking a hard right, following these rocks down to the bottom, I came across an airlift. This sent me to the top of the Fort of Reprimand, which, if you didn't know, is connected to Shadow Altus. This is a pretty neat way of getting here, so if you're stuck on Rellana, you can just go around and skip the entire thing. Although I'll be coming back for her after I beat my first opponent, Dry Leaf Dane. But let's take a step back for just a moment, because there's one more thing I didn't tell you. On the way to Shadow Altus, I picked up two more items. The Poison Perfume Bottle and the Lightning Perfume Bottle. Pairing this with the Rolling Sparks Ash of War, I had another tool to defeat my enemies. I know the perfume bottle damage was massively bugged, so at first I wasn't going to use it, but they rolled out a patch literally yesterday, so we're so back, baby. We've got a poison and a lightning smoke. I'll probably instantly forget about it once we get martial arts, but it's the thought that counts, right? Besides, what's a Batman build without a little flair? Going hand to hand with perfume is crazy though. I'm like Jeremy Fragrance channeling that.
Power! Strength!
But this fight was about to get overshadowed as we get to the real fun. Picking up the dry leaf arts meant that I could now stand on business. Pairing this with the shattered stone talisman that boosts kicking skills, I took on the Divine Lion. Ronnie, where is she? My maiden. That has to be one of, if not, the world's worst Batman impression. I sound like I've been chain smoking the last 40 years. Even still, my guy's still got the stamina to mess these bosses up. This is the first time I've ever used hand-to-hand close combat though, so I'm excited to see how busted I can get the damage to look. Hey, we're kinda nice with it, you know? That's a very finicky boss too. Very hard to steady the camera. Potential of this build? Looking good. But I still felt as I was missing something. A key part of Batman's journey. The Batcave. By making my way to the Cerulean coast, heading down into the depths, I made it to the stone coffin fissure. Here is where I wanted to test how well I actually blended in with the shadows. On the way, I picked up Unseen Form from the main game and tried using the advantage of darkness to evade these snipers.
Sniper, get down!
Oh my god, Alfred was about to have the shovel out. Just saw my life flash before my eyes. I need to conquer the cave, overcome my fear. In this case, it's exploding worms. That is insane. Unseen Form works so well, and then you just get to that bit. Like, what? How? Also, the range on these things, kinda busted. Completely behind cover, by the way. You know when you're a kid and you randomly look at a building, pretending you see the sniper? That's exactly how this guy just felt. And he cooked too, because he got it right. But now, let's get to the real challenge. Becoming one with darkness. Dropping down to the very bottom of this pit. To face the putrescent night. Easiest fight of the DLC, right here.
No! This is not how this was supposed to go! I had it all planned out!
I thought I'd pull a big brain move by substituting my sleep pots for holy ones. Because, I found out literally every single major boss, except for Rellana in the DLC, is immune to sleep. But that ended up looking like this, so back to straight hands it was. I tried to be fancy, but all you gotta do is punch. It's really that easy. Crushing my fear, I followed the final path of the Batcave, imbibing myself in Saint Trina's sweet nectar, who spoke to me and said,
Mikilla, stop. A caged divinity is beyond saving. You must kill Mikilla. Grant him forgiveness.
I now had a goal in mind, to vanquish Mikilla. But first, I needed to make my way to him, and a boss who stood in the way of that was Rellana. For this, I equipped my bat shield. Yes, that's a real thing. Look it up. And made it to the next boss. So the second I saw this boss and realized it was a similar build to Pontiff, I kinda had the feeling she was gonna be easy to parry. I don't condone hitting women, but when she's coming at you with two swords, she kinda has it coming. I'd love to make this a cool spectacle of a fight, but all I have to do is press one button, so I'll make this quick. still in awe that this got review bombed for being too hard.
Do you know how easy this is for me? Do you have any fucking idea how easy this is? This is a fucking joke. And I'm sorry you can't do this. I really am, because I wouldn't have to fucking sit here and watch you fumble around and fuck it up.
Moving from one castle to another, I entered the back of Shadow Keep. Here is where I found Commander Gaius, or as I like to call him, or Commander Gaius hitboxes that barely work. I can definitely see this being a fun fight, and even though I'm handing his ass to him right now, I still have no idea how the moveset works in this boss, so out of every enemy, the closest to taking Batman down is a pig. Yes! Bleed for the win! What a sloppy fight. But we come out on top, baby. We should have called him Commander Loot Goblin, because bro was protecting the biggest Shadow Tree stash I've ever seen. God damn! My guy is like a squirrel storing them for winter. Continuing on in Shadow Keep, another boss inside tucked away at the very bottom was the Shadow Tree Avatar. Personally, I think he looks more like a sunflower than the Avatar, but each to their own, I guess. Can we finally put the tool belt to use? Huzzah! He takes damage to throwables. It's a miracle. You know, I really thought I was cooking with this tool belt idea. And in theory, it's great, but in reality, it's so bad. I'm holding on for dear life against a goddamn flower because my fire only does 400 damage. You hate to see it, boys. Oh, fuck. He's pulling out the photosynthesis. Nothing can stop him now. There we go. We beat phase 1 with consumables only. But I'm now out of flasks.
I've got nothing left. I've got nothing left.
We've had the outside, we've had the underneath. Now it's time for the main course of Shadow Keep, Messmer the Impaler.
No, Mother. Forgive me. Soon tarnished. Wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent, shorn of light?
Messmer's best boss, so I'm hoping for a clean fight. Oh yeah. Bleed is truly built different. That damage is insane. Oh, Messmer, you can't let me catch you lacking like this. You're supposed to be the face of the DLC. Phase 2 second try. I am absolutely locked in, so you might not hear much yapping from me during this fight. There we go, stun and bleed at the same time, so we pretty much double killed him. Next, I met Hornsent, who told me,
Am I so feeble, witless, dull of blade, that vengeance was never to have been mine? Oh, mother, oh, most cherished wife and child, it seems vengeance was not mine to enact. Where now should I point my tired blade?
and he was right. Vengeance wasn't his, because
I'm vengeance.
something I picked up along the way was the Whirlwind Ash of War, which now meant I had mastered the art of war from Ra's al Ghul. Taking a page out of Bruce Lee's book, I annihilated Romina with martial arts. Oh my god! The bat is unstoppable! I still can't get over how nutty this damage is. After using Messmer's flame to kindle the tree, I unlocked the final area of the Shadow of the Erdtree. The light! It burns! Something I've gone out of my way to do throughout this entire playthrough is make sure every clip was at night to immerse everyone into the character just a little bit more. But here, that's impossible. It's nighttime outside. Then I go up the lift and boom. We've walked into the flashbang. And just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, I ran into 3 of my arch enemies. Scarecrow thinks he can get away, but joke's on him, because I've called Robin in for backup. Although I might not need it. Holy get melted. I'm the NPC Slayer. Who else wants some? I'll take you all on. Yes, Robin! He's coming for the unexpected tag team. They never saw it coming. Go, my sidekick. He's getting his ass beat. I'll save you, my boy. Oh, Leda, it's over. Look at all this bloodshed. Just getting stun locked after stun locked. Get swept. You and your homies. And now we were left with the final boss. To slay a god, I was going to have to level up. To do this, I put on the chest piece of solitude and picked up the star fists, turning me into the Batman that took on Superman himself. With this, I set out to destroy evil.
If you make yourself more than just a man, if you
Devote yourself to an ideal, then you become something else entirely.
As a man, look, flesh and blood, I can be ignored, I can be destroyed, but as a symbol, I can be incorruptible. I can be everlasting.
But I know the truth. There's no going back. You've changed things. Forever. And to them, you're just a freak. Like me. You complete me.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
And there we have it. For the build, I used Dane's footwork and the Star Fist as my weapon. For the headpiece, I used the Black Hood, along with the entire Knight's Cavalry set, and these talismans.
I never said thank you.
And you'll never have to.